Hello students, we have studied the magnetic field due to a straight wire and magnetic field due to a current carrying loop. This is magnetic field due to a straight wire. The magnetic field due to a straight wire is B is equals to mu naught I by 4 pi r sin phi 1 plus sin phi 2. This you have to learn, you have to remember this formula because this formula is very important. This formula is also very important and you have to learn this. Then repeat along with me mu naught I by 4 pi r sin phi 1 plus sin phi 2. Mu naught I by 4 pi r sin phi 1 plus sin phi 2. Mu naught I by 4 pi r sin phi 1 plus sin phi 2. Mu naught I by 4 pi r sin phi 1 plus sin phi 2. Okay. Now suppose this is a wire carrying current I. Current is going in upward direction, and this is the point where we have to find out the magnetic field. And this point is at distance perpendicular distance capital R from the wire. These are phi 1 and phi 2 are the angles. It is irrespective whether we are taking phi 1, this one phi 1 and this one phi 2 or vice versa. There is no problem with that. Remember this formula mu naught I by 4 pi r sin phi 1 plus sin phi 2. Then we have studied magnetic field due to a current carrying loop. Then if there is a current carrying loop and the center of the loop, then magnetic field at a distance small x from the center of the loop, there is a point here. The magnetic field is mu naught I by 2, where I is the current flowing in the loop. Mu naught I by 2. R is the radius of the loop. R is the radius of the loop. Then the magnetic field is mu naught I by 2. R square by R square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. Okay. Suppose we have to find out the magnetic field at the center. Then if we are going to the center, then x will become 0. At the center x is 0 because x is distance of the point where we have to find out magnetic field from the center. X is distance of the point where we have to find out the magnetic field from the center. So if we are going to find out magnetic field at the center, then x will become 0. And when x is equals to 0, substituting here, b is equals to mu naught I by 2 r square upon r square plus 0 whole power 3 by 2. This is becomes only r square and 2 cancel, then we will get mu naught I by 2 r square upon r cube. R square cancel. This is mu naught I by 2 r. This is magnetic field at the center of the loop. Magnetic field at the center of the loop. Here mu naught I by 2 r. If we are going to find out magnetic field due to semicircle, then due to a circle, magnetic field at the center is mu naught I by 2 r. Magnetic field at the center is mu naught I by 2 r. Then due to semicircle, this is mu naught I by 2 r upon 2, half of the full circle. This is mu naught I by 4 r. Is it clear? Okay. Now I will show you that we can find out magnetic field due to an arc. Okay. First of all, remember, due to magnetic field at any point P at distance capital R, B is equals to mu naught I by 2 r mu naught I by 4 pi r sin phi 1 plus sin phi 2. This is magnetic field due to a straight wire. Clear? If we are going to find out magnetic field for a long wire means infinite length. If we are going to infinite length, then suppose here the length of the wire is only this one. If this one is the length of the wire, then this is phi 1, this is phi 2. If we are taking this length, then this one is phi 1, this one is phi 2. Now you can see that phi 1 and phi 2 are increased. If we are taking this length, then this is like this. Then you can see the angle is increasing with increasing length. if we take infinite length, then for infinite length, this end is endless. Then it will become parallel to the wire, and this will meet at infinity. Here also this will meet at infinity. Then angle will become 90 degree. Both phi 1 and phi 2 will become 90 degree. Okay. If the wire is of finite length, then the magnetic field is mu naught I by 4 pi r sin phi 1 plus sin phi 2. If the wire is of infinite length and we have to find out the magnetic field near the center of the wire, then substituting this phi 1 and phi 2 90, you will get mu naught I by 4 pi r sin 90 plus sin 90. Sin 90 plus sin 90. There was a disturbance due to this AC. Sorry for that. B is equals to mu naught I by 4 pi r into 2 sin 90. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 2s are 4. This is B is equals to mu naught I by 2 pi r. Then magnetic field due to infinite length of the wire near the center is mu naught I by 2 pi r. This you have to remember. What is the magnetic field due to the infinite length of the wire? Mu naught I by 2 pi r. If we remove pi from here, then you remember the magnetic field mu naught I by 2 r due to the circular loop at the center is mu naught I by 2 r. Okay, this one you have to remember, that magnetic field due to infinite length of the wire mu naught I by 2 pi r. Now suppose we are going to find out magnetic field due to infinite length of the wire near one of the end. Suppose this is the end. Near one of the end, if we are going to find out the magnetic field, then we will take two lines, one reaching to one end, second one reaching to the other end, but other end is at infinity, then this will like this. Okay, then the upper angle is 0 degree, then phi 1 is equals to 0, because we have to take the angle from horizontal line. If this is like this, then this will make angle phi 1. But here we are going to find out the magnetic field near one end of the wire, then this will become parallel to the perpendicular distance. Then this distance is r, phi 1 is 0 and phi 2 is equals to 90 degree, phi 2 for the other end. This angle is 90 degree. Then substituting the value B is equals to mu naught I by 4 pi r sin 0 plus sin 90. Sin 90 is 1, sin 0 is 0. Then we will get B is equals to mu naught I by 4 pi r only. Okay, this is magnetic field due to a long wire or infinite length wire and near one end of the wire, mu naught I by 4 pi r. Clear? Now suppose we are going to find out now. Listen, this is not in our syllabus, but this is very important for the numerical problems. If you will understand this, then only you can solve the numericals, otherwise there will be problem with you. And what is that? Suppose we have a circular arc, and this is the center of the arc O, and this is the radius of the arc R. Clear? Then magnetic field due to this arc, which is making angle phi at the center. What is the magnetic field at the center? Due to this arc of length L. The length is L, making angle phi at the center. What is the magnetic field due to this circular arc? Then we know the Biot-Savart law, B is equals to mu naught I by 4 pi r. Mu naught I by 4 pi. B is equals to mu naught by 4 pi I integration of dl sin theta upon r square, where r is distance of the point where we have to find out. This is like this. Suppose this is the point, this is the element dl, then this is small r. R is the distance of the point from the dl, the element of the wire, and this angle is theta, and this is current I. Then this is B equals to mu naught I by 4 pi integration of dl sin theta upon r square. Clear? You have clear every term. Theta is angle. Okay, students. So this is the magnetic field due to wire. To clear everything, this theta is angle between dl and r. R is distance of the point where we have to find out magnetic field. This is the wire carrying current I. Okay. Now suppose we have this wire of length L carrying current I. This total entire length of the wire is making angle phi at the center of the loop. Means this is a circular arc. Then using this formula Biot-Savart law, this is mu naught I by, suppose we are taking small element dl, then dl is making angle d phi. dl is making angle d phi at the center. Then this is mu naught I by 4 pi. R is the distance from the center, and all these will be equal because this is radius. The small r will become capital R. This is r square integration of dl sine theta is angle between dl and r. So see the angle between dl and r. This is the distance of the point, small r, and this is dl. This angle is 90 degree. Clear? Then sine 90 degree. This will become mu naught I by 4 pi r square. Integration of dl is L and sine 90 is 1. Then this is only L. This is mu naught I by 4 pi r square L. Is it clear? Okay. We know that angle is equal to arc by radius. We know that angle is equal to arc by radius. This is arc of length L. This is the center making angle phi. And this is r. Clear? Then angle is equal to phi is equal to arc by radius. Phi is equal to arc by radius. Arc is L upon radius is r. Then we will have L is equal to r phi. L is equal to r phi. So we are taking r phi. Then r cancel. This is mu naught I by 4 pi r. This is phi. And we will change it into radian by multiplying pi upon 180. By multiplying pi upon 180. Okay. Then magnetic field due to straight wire is B is equals to mu naught I by 4 pi r sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2. This is magnetic field due to straight wire. If you get the circular arc, this derivation is not in our syllabus. Only I was solving this to show you how the magnetic field due to an arc is this. Okay. The derivation is not in your syllabus. Therefore, there is no need to try for the derivation. If you want to understand, you can practice it. Is it clear? Now see, this is you have to remember only the formula because you will get the numerical question and you have to solve. Then whenever you will get the numerical question from the R, you have to solve it. For that I am doing this. B is equals to mu naught I by 4 pi r. And what we get? Instead of sine phi 1 plus sine phi 2, this is angle term, write only phi. Clear? And multiply by pi upon 180. If you multiply and divide by pi is also 180, then there is no problem with the formula. Then you will get the numerical answer. Clear? I am showing numericals from the book. I am solving it for you. What is the formula for the arc? B is equals to mu naught I by 4 pi r into phi. Pi upon 180. Okay. Now I have this question. We have already solved the formula for the circular arc. At the center of the circular arc, carrying current carrying circular loop, the magnetic field is B is equals to mu naught I by 2 r. Here, this we can get from here also. Suppose we have a loop. This is the center. Then B is equals to, substituting here, mu naught I by, suppose the radius is r, the current is I, mu naught I by 4 pi r phi. The angle made by total loop is 180 plus 180, 360 degree. 360 means 2 pi. Then we will write 2 pi for phi, and this is if we are writing directly 2 pi, then no need to write this. Otherwise we will write 360 into pi upon 180. 180 2 is 2 pi. Pi cancel. 2 2 is 4. You will get mu naught I by 2 r. The same formula you got from here, from this formula. Is it clear? Okay. For the numerical question, see an example given in the book. This is the question that there is a diagram like this. We have to find out the magnetic field at the point O. Clear? There are two semicircles of radius A1 and radius A2. The bigger radius is A2, the smaller radius is A1. Current is flowing like this. This way current is flowing in the circuit. Clear? Now you have to find out the magnetic field at this point. Okay. Now you can see that the magnetic field will be due to this length of the wire, due to this length of the wire, due to this semicircle, due to this semicircle. Means there are 4 magnetic fields. Then we will write B is equals to B1 plus B2 plus B3 plus B4. Is it clear? But you can see that if this is the wire and this angle is theta, then if we are going to find out the magnetic field over here at this point in the line of the wire, then theta will become 0 and sine 0 is 0. Then magnetic field in front of a line, along the line, is always 0. Then magnetic field due to this length is 0, due to this length is 0 always. Only we will have magnetic field due to the two circular loop. The magnetic field due to semicircle from here. For semicircle, this will make angle 180 degree. The bigger loop also make 180 degree, smaller loop also make 180 degree. Then due to semicircle, phi is 180 degree. If we are writing 180 degree, 180 cancel, only pi, angle is pi. Pi cancel, you will get mu naught I by 4r. Magnetic field due to semicircle is mu naught I by 4r. Then due to the smaller loop B, magnetic field is mu naught I by 4a1. Magnetic field due to bigger loop B2 is mu naught I by 4a2, because only radius is different, current is same. Clear? Then now we have to see the direction also. The magnetic field due to this smaller loop, then your thumb in the direction of current, then here above the point O, the fingers are inwards. Then if these fingers are here, you have to find out the magnetic field at the point O below the wire. Then here you have to find out magnetic field. Then fingers are moving inwards, then rotating. Then at point O it is outwards towards you. Then magnetic field at point O due to the smaller loop is outwards. Okay? This magnetic field is outwards towards you. Now see, due to this loop, then place your thumb along the direction of current here, and you have to find the magnetic field at O. It is inwards. Then due to bigger loop inwards, due to smaller loop, this way you have to place your thumb. Then above outwards, and at the point O it is inwards. Clear? At the point O this is outwards, and above it is inwards. Then it means the magnetic field due to smaller loop and bigger loop are opposite. Then if one we are taking positive, then other one we will have to take negative. Then the net magnetic field is B is equals to, which one is greater? A1 is smaller, then it is inversely proportional to magnetic field. B1 is greater than B2. Then this is B1 minus B2. What is common? Mu naught I by 4 is common. This is 1 by A1 minus 1 by A2. This is your answer. Is it clear to you? Okay? Thank you.